Every single time I see an apple, I think of that Aladdin scene where he like did this little shoulder thing and the apple just kind of rolled into his hand. Let me see if I can do it. All right, all right. Hey guys, it's Celine. Welcome to my channel. So I originally wanted to make some kind of fall fruit cobbler. Then I remembered I had a few requests for a cheesecake. My fatty mind went straight to, how about we just combine them both? So I'm happy to say that we're gonna be making an apple cobbler cheesecake today. If you aren't following me on Instagram, make sure you do so. Sweets by Celine is where I hold all my polls, and it helps me understand what you guys want me to post next. Or even if I do have a set idea, you guys can also help me switch it up. I originally made this cobbler, or cobbler cheesecake, cheesecake cobbler, you know, whatever you want to call it. I originally made it with an oat streusel and a little less of a crust. You guys voted that you guys wanted more of a crust and preferred more of a sugar cookie crumble. So we will be making that today. If you're more of an oat streusel type of person, feel free to leave a comment in the section below and I will love to give you that recipe. It's very simple. So let's go over what we need and the ingredients. Your cream cheese, please, 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 room temperature. It will help you mix and incorporate all your ingredients together. In this recipe, I will be using a springform pan. It's 10 inches. I like these for cheesecakes because it's easy to release the cheesecake when it's done. I still use parchment paper and spray it just out of habit, but it's obviously non-stick, so you don't have to do that. If you do not want to buy a springform pan because you feel like you're only going to use it for this recipe and you're not really going to use it much, you can use what you have available to you, such as a brownie pan or a pie pan. The only thing is that I would use parchment paper like in the springform pan, but I would have it come up a little higher, spray, and when it's baked off, I would freeze it and then pop it out the next day. I would run a warm knife or a spatula around the edges and pop it out while it's still frozen. I think that would be your best bet if you don't use a springform pan. I will also be using a roasting pan. We're going to place our cheesecake inside of it and create a water bath. You have to bake with a water bath or your cheesecake will not turn out smooth. The reason we do a water bath is to not get so much color on the top and to avoid cracks. And you just want a nice texture for your cheesecake, so always use a water bath when you bake a cheesecake. don't have some graham cracker crumbs, you can easily make them at home. Buy whatever graham crackers you like to use. That's what I did, and I grabbed a rolling pin and took my frustration out on the bag. So you smash it as much as you can, and then in little batches you run it through a food processor or a blender. Then you can continue with your process. So you want to use a cup, something that's tall and has a flat bottom to be able to make it the graham cracker flat and give it the shape that you're looking for. So I want more of a flat bottom. If you want something that comes up the edges, you're gonna shape it that way. I'm using a 10-inch springform pan. So for this recipe, it's enough for it to either go flat or to come up halfway. But this amount is not enough to be able to come up all the way. So if that's the look that you're going for, I would recommend you making this recipe twice to be able to have enough graham cracker to make it flat and come up the edges. But for this recipe, I'm just gonna make a graham cracker crust that is flat. I hope you guys like this recipe. If you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Sweets by Celine, to be able to participate in my polls. I have many more fall recipes coming your way, such as butterscotch panna cotta, caramel apples, caramel corn, all that fun stuff. So make sure you subscribe to my channel.